Hello, and welcome to another bite-sized bulletin video by The Final Step. In our previous video, I showed you how to research attendees and companies before a meeting. If you haven't watched that video, it's worth watching first, as we'll be using the information generated from those initial prompts as the basis for this task. After you've done your research, you may find it useful to create an agenda for your meeting. You may already have an agenda that you use regularly, for example, when you speak to prospects and seek to qualify them. I'll touch on this too, showing you how to bake your research into your existing processes. As with the previous video, I'll go through the process for clients first and prospects or external meetings afterwards. Open up your Copilot chat where you ask for the summary on recent comms and shared files. From here, you could ask Copilot a simple question like, "Make me a meeting agenda based on this information." However, you'll get a much more effective agenda if you provide a little more context. This context can be anything from a few ideas you want to discuss, perhaps even based on the initial research, to next steps you've been given by a manager and need to discuss. I'll write the following. Please create a meeting agenda for my 60-minute meeting with Luke tomorrow. Include some time for a quick catch-up at the start. Make sure that we have time to discuss next steps with Copilot agent creation, as well as creating tips for clients, and then anything else you think relevant. Give Copilot a moment or two to generate a response, and in hardly any time, you'll have a workable agenda for your meeting. You can then make edits, create a document version to share which can be useful for larger meetings, or add it directly to the calendar invite as the agenda. Next, we'll move on to the research we did on our prospect. Navigate to the relevant chat and copy the output from Copilot. Then toggle over to Work, which should open up a new chat. We want to use the Work toggle to create this agenda, as it allows us to easily link to files in our environment if we need to. For the agenda for my prospects meeting, I want Copilot to take into account our existing process to qualify prospects during that appointment. First, I'll click the plus icon in the bottom left of the message window, and then Add Work Content. Then I'll search for my example prospect process and attach it. I'll then start my message to Copilot. Please take into account the example prospect process attached, as well as the research pasted below, to create me a 60-minute meeting agenda for my new prospect, the final step. We want to qualify them as a potential client or rule them out on this call. Then I will paste in my research content and hit enter. Wait for Copilot to generate a response, and then you have a thorough meeting agenda, taking into account your prospect qualification process and the research earlier conducted by Copilot. You can then edit this or play around with further prompts to refine and improve your agenda as you see fit. Thanks for watching another bite-sized bulletin video by The Final Step.